Hi everyone, it's Emmy here with Ash and M Animal Adventures, and today I found an invasive aquatic plant I wanted to show everyone and maybe teach you how to ID. So let's get right to it. So it's an aquatic plant, so it's growing in the water. This is Eurasian Watermilfoil. And there is a lot of it down there. Here. Get it up here so you can see it. It almost has feather-like leaves. Feather-like leaves, as you can see if my camera can focus. It's feather-like leaves in a whirl around the stem. That means all the leaves are in a circle around the stem. And Eurasian watermilfoil, unlike a lot of native milfoils, will actually collapse when you pick it up. So if I dunk it in the water, pick it up, all the leaves are on my hand, like that. There is a lot of it down here, actually. So this is an insanely invasive plant. It's almost gotten to the point where they've just called it naturalized because there's not really many ways to get rid of it. Some people, I believe in Atlas Lake, actually go and will try and harvest. They have these big machines that harvest all of them and try and get them, but there is a problem when the plant can reproduce through fragmentation, which is why a lot of invasive aquatic plants especially, will become invasive. Somebody will drop this from a fish tank, and this, even a fragment of this, can grow roots and unfortunately just reproduce like crazy in the right environment. And unfortunately, a lot of our fresh water is the right environment for them. So a lot of the native milfoils, we have native milfoils. They're not as common to see as the Eurasian watermilfoil though. The Eurasian one is, I find, a lot kind of sparser and more stringy, more spaghetti-like. And a lot of the native ones are a lot bushier, if that makes sense to you. And you can really tell that it's a milfoil due to these feather-like whirls of leaves around there. And they're often green or reddish in color. You can see some of this one is reddish. That's a pretty dead-on giveaway for Eurasian watermilfoil. If you see this plant, you can identify it, obviously. And then you can report it to your local government or DEC, environmental agency, whatever, you know? Just be sure to report all invasive species because that can help reduce their spread. If people know that it's there, then they can remove it. So, I hope everyone learned something. Take a good look at this plant. It's easier to see it in the water. I don't know if I can get a good shot in the water. Maybe the reflection's kind of bringing it down, isn't it? So it is in the water. In the water it looks a lot bushier than this, but I hope everyone learned a vague idea of how to ID this invasive plant, and remember to report any invasives you see to the local environmental agency, and hopefully they'll take care of it. Continuing on with my Eurasian watermilfoil video, as you can see, it is very invasive, and this is actually a very good shot of it in the water. You can see it right there. It grows in mostly whirls of 4, I believe. You can see. Of course, this is variable with any aquatic plant. So it kind of depends on the environment that the plant grows in. Different substrate types, different water qualities can alter the growth form of the plant. So if you're unsure if it's Eurasian Watermilfoil, you can contact your local environmental agency and they will help you in IDing it and help with the control of it. So as you can see, it is very invasive and this is a lot. It's even more than I'm showing you. It's way out. It's just everywhere and definitely needs to be controlled because this is drowning out a lot of native plants. A lot of native plants won't receive light, which of course goes down the food chain. If the native plants can't grow, the things that are eating the native plants can't eat them, obviously, and a lot of them can't eat Eurasian Watermilfoil. Native plants also provide a very good site for eggs and reproduction with fish. So if the native plants go, then we get less fish. So this is why you should care about aquatic plants. I know a lot of people will not think about aquatic plants as detrimental environment or detrimental invasive species because they're just plants. But the plants affect everything in their environment. Some even will affect water quality. So again, I hope you learned something and definitely report invasives to your local environmental agency. As you can see, the color is also very variable with this plant. So, Eurasian Watermilfoil, very invasive. Hope you learned something. Thank you. Hi everyone, I hope you all learned something about invasive plants, especially Eurasian Watermilfoil. And have a nice day and thanks for watching.